and what brings him here. Dinesh, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes, Dinesh. Please introduce yourself.
Basically, my name is Dinesh. I belong to basically a Delhi. And right now, I'm doing pursuing LLB. Basically, I'm preparation for LLB entrance test that will be had on June. So basically, this is my priority. I need to clear this, clear it.
Okay, and how you found out about Delhi One Toastmasters?
Actually, my brother-in-law, he has completed this speaking.
Okay,
So he referred me to you need to go there and you will realize basically this is very good platform to you
okay,
can grow up your skill.
okay, great, great. Our best wishes for your LLB exam.
Thank you.
And so, not taking much of your time, let me introduce you, all of you, to our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Jyoti Kumari. She is a veteran Toastmaster, one of the founding members of Delhi One Toastmasters. And today she is going to speak on a very, very, very interesting topic that is about feedback. So when I tried to Google about feedback, one of the interesting lines that I came across was average players wants to be left alone. Good players want to be coached, and great players want to be told the truth. So we all are taking out time from our busy schedule and joining, coming on a Friday evening to be told the truth, even though in a sandwich approach. But yes, we want to know the truth. So today, Toastmaster Jyoti Kumari will take us through the feedback loop. I welcome Toastmaster Jyoti Kumari and hand over the stage to her.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tito. And you have rightly told them that I am really as old as in Toastmasters as DOTM is. So, very good evening, Toastmasters and dear guests. Feedback is a very small thing. Sometimes it takes a microseconds to happen, but it has an impact which is far more than its small size and short life. I had watched this TV series called The Game of Thrones, in which there is a small character, Tyrion Lannister. Can I just see by a show of hands who all remember him? And the rest of you are not my friends anymore. So there is one thing which is told about the character Tyrion Lannister. It says that a short man can still cast a very long shadow, and that is what is true about feedback. It is a very small part of our lives, but it controls a lot of what we do and what we become. Now, let me tell you examples of how feedback works. Now, most of us have been kids at one point of time or other. And do you remember that the time when your parents gave you a chocolate and you ate it and you felt very happy about it? And that was the time when your parents regretted giving you a chocolate because you would bug them them every single time when there was an occasion. You would fight with your siblings for it. I even stole money for chocolates. So this is what positive feedback can make you do. It can propel you to do the action again and again until you become a pro of it. But then I grew out of my childhood and I did not become a pro at stealing. But let me talk about the negative feedback loop, which, again, from my childhood experience, I would like to share with you. So, have you seen a child go and touch a flame, and then he feels so discomforted that he's never gonna do it again? He's going to avoid it at all costs. So, this is what negative feedback loop does to us. When we get a negative feedback from an action, we will not do that action. No matter what the consequences, because the feeling itself has told us that this is not desirable. Now, this is something which you all would know about it. So, I'm going to delve a little deeper and talk about the mental feedback loop which exists with us all the time. Let's talk about an activity like public speaking. And it is said about public speaking that it's the most feared thing, even more than death. And when they're saying that, they're not exaggerating, because when we feel threatened about our existence or about our image, both the ways we react in the same way. We do not do the things which threaten us. And this is how the feedback in our mind works and how it makes us the person whom we are. Now, this feedback works continuously. It does not stop even for a second. And there is an evolutionary advantage to that because we have come out of jungles, we have been hunted by predators, and we have survived 20,000 years to reach where we are. So, this feedback loop has allowed us to survive. And the way it has been present with us, I'm going to demonstrate with the help of the auxiliary role players who are going to be present with us all through the meeting today and going to note every single thing which you did not even think was possible to be noted. So before, so to explain the role of the auxiliary role players, I will begin with the first auxiliary role player for today, who is the timer. And I would request our timer for today, Toastmaster Roli Sinha, to explain her role. Over to you, Toastmaster Roli.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Jyoti. Feedback is one item that we have to consider. The timing of the feedback is the second, probably even more important than what the feedback contains. Sometimes when we don't recognize the feedback and it is not immediate enough, implementation might be extremely difficult. Today, I will be sharing how much time we are taking in the form of a feedback at the end of the meeting in the evaluation segment when the general evaluator calls me to share my report. Throughout the meeting, I will be tracking the time taken by each and every person who takes the stage. When the person has reached the minimum time allotted for their speech or their role, I will change my virtual background to green. When they have reached the mean time allotted for their role or speech, I will change my virtual background to yellow. And finally, when they have reached the maximum time that has been allotted, I will change my virtual background to red. I request all the members of the audience to pin my video so that they can see the card that they are on. Please remember that there is a grace period of 30 seconds allotted on the minimum, that is the lower limit, and the maximum limit for all roles except for table topic speeches. So please ensure that you stick to the time limits that have been allotted. Now I hand over the stage back to our Toastmaster of the meeting. I'll be back with my report in the general evaluator segment. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Roli. Now I would like to invite the second auxiliary role player, who is the R counter. So may I request our R counter for today, Toastmaster Bela Agarwal, to explain her role.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jyoti. Good evening, everyone. Fellow Toastmaster and guest, my name is Bela Agarwal. I am the R counter for today's meeting. For the benefits of our guest and new member, I would like to explain the role of R counter. When we speak, we sometimes use filler sounds, words such as or repeated words that such I know, you know, I mean. A lot of times, this is not evident to us, but it is very clear to listener. The R counter help us polish our language and by identifying these filler sounds. Here I would like to share a small tips to everyone, the filler sounds, to overcome the filler sounds. As you know that we use filler sounds unknowingly, and that I believe that happens when our mouth is left open when we think about the next line to speak. So here I would like to suggest that try and keep your mouth closed when you need to few seconds to think about the words you want to speak. I hope this suggestion helps. I will present my report during the evaluation session. Thank you. Over to you, Timot.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bela, for your explanation of the role. Our next auxiliary role player today is the language evaluator, and I would request the language evaluator, Toastmaster Tito Matthew, to explain his role.
Good evening, Toastmasters and all guests. Today, I'll be playing the role of a grammarian. As a grammarian, I'll be closely monitoring the language that the speakers will be using, the usage of improper language, the usage of good words, quotes, good one-liners, or thoughts and all. I'll be noting it down. As a grammarian, it is my duty to tell you the word of the day, and that is audacity. The meaning of audacity is courage or confidence of a kind that other people find shocking or rude. Now, example, it took a lot of audacity to stand up and criticize the chairman. I hope you will relate with that example. So I encourage each and every speaker to use this word, and I will be giving the grammarian's report when I'll be called to do so by the evaluator. And I would request to use the word. And with this, I hand over the stage to TMOD of the day. Thanks.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tito. I hope that I ever have the audacity of doing what you have just explained in the sentence. And now we come to the final auxiliary role player for today. And for that, I would like to call Toastmaster Vikas Singh to explain the role of the listener in the meeting.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Jyoti Kumari. Good evening, fellow Toastmaster and guest. My name is Vikas, and I am the listener for the today's meeting. My role is to note down some sentences, phrases, or that I will make question from that sentences or phrases, and I will ask those questions in the general evaluation session when the general evaluator call upon to do so. Your answer will be the feedback loop of your listening skill. So please be ready for that session. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day, Jyoti Kumar.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vikas. So just like the auxiliary role players always will stay with us all through the meeting, even whether we are aware or not, they are going to note everything and decide our course of speech. The feedback loop remains present with us all through the day and night, even though we are aware of it or not. It is this feedback loop which has allowed human beings to reach such great levels. We can dance and drive, which are very different things. We can skate and we can play poker and we can do all sorts of things which we are able to imagine. We are able to bring that in reality in our lives because the feedback loop works for us. But there are times when the feedback loop does not work for us. Have you ever faced a situation where somebody called you onto the stage to sing and you did not because you thought what would people think or how would I sound? Now that is a example of a feedback loop working against us. Those times when you would have uh, thought of challenging the chairperson but did not have the audacity of doing that, that is a feedback loop that did not work against you, that did not work for you. So we have to see that the feedback loop keeps working for us and does not become a hindrance in achieving our potentials. And there are three ways of doing that, which I have brought for you today. And I'm going to reveal all these three ways to you today in the three sections of the meeting. So the first section of the meeting is the prepared speech section. And this symbolizes the first method of making the feedback loop positive. So let's say you have a fear or you have a concern in your mind that you're not going to perform. The best way to counter this feedback loop is to change the feedback loop, and the best way to change the feedback loop is to prepare. The more we stay with the task we hate or we fear, the better chances we have of becoming in it. So today the prepared speech, in the prepared speech sections, the prepared speakers have written down their speeches. They have got frustrated with it and rewritten it, and they have then practiced it before a mentor. And today they are going to present the speech before us. So before I invite my first speaker today, I would like to invite the evaluator of the first speaker, Toastmaster Devi D, to evaluate Toastmaster Jaya Ganguly's speech. So may I request Toastmaster Devi D to unmute herself and tell us the objectives of Toastmaster Jaya Ganguly's speech.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the day. Hope I'm clearly audible.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, thank
Please.
you. A warm good evening, Toastmasters and my dear guests. Toastmaster Jaya Ganguly is delivering her Level 1 Project 2 from Dynamic Leadership Path. The purpose of this project is for the member to give a speech on any topic, collect feedback, and apply it to a second speech. Timer, please note the time allotted is 5 to 7 minutes. All the very best, Toastmaster Jaya Ganguly, and over to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Devi. So Toastmaster Jaya Ganguly is a chemistry teacher by profession. And there was a time when I used to love chemistry, and it would be nice for me to say that I got 98 in my 12th exam. That was the highest I got in any subject. So, and Toastmaster Jaya Ganguly teaches senior secondary schools, and she has been in this profession for past 24 years. She's a fun-loving, trustworthy, proactive person who likes to mingle with people of all ages. When I asked Toastmaster Jaya about the feedback, the best feedback she has received is that, then she said that she has been told that she's very straightforward with no twists and turns. So I would like to invite Toastmaster Jaya Ganguly, Science in Nature and for Future. Science in Nature and for Future, Toastmaster Jaya Ganguly.
Am I audible?
Yes, Toastmaster Jaya, you are audible.
Good evening, my fellow Toastmasters, guests. Today, I, Jaya Ganguly, going to speak on science in nature and for the future. What appeals to us when we grow up and we see things around us? And when we see the things around us, we start thinking what makes us interesting and what makes us interesting in that the things that appeals to us when we see that around us. Now, when I was a kid, I used to run after butterflies on the way back home. During my time, there were no school buses in the school that I used to study. So I used to take DTC buses to reach home. Sometimes I would reach home after 2 hours. My mother used to wonder, where is this girl? I was so amazed by the butterflies that I used to run after the butterflies. There are some people who are amazed by birds, fishes, whales, sharks, bees. They are of so many different types, natural things. How can a butterfly be so colorful? What causes the color of the butterfly? How can a dog smell? These are some things which people observe and feel fascinated about them, and they continue thinking, and one day they become scientists. They are able to answer that how a dog can smell, how many different varieties of dog are there, how many varieties of dogs have different smelling power, how dog can catch a thief. Can we make use of this knowledge to make a technology? That is the idea of a scientist. That is, they learn from the nature and make the objects and devices and apply them today. Today, if a mobile is lost, we can find it 500 kilometers away by using the technology. There are lots of technology which has man learned from nature. How can an animal survive at minus 40 degrees Celsius? Let me tell you, minus 40 degrees Celsius is the temperature at which Fahrenheit and degree Celsius becomes equal. Now, have you ever wondered that there are polar bears and penguins, they can survive at this temperature at minus 40 degrees Celsius? How do they live? They don't have coats and jackets. How can a man learn from them? Yes, today we have made jackets which can take people to outer space where the temperature is much lower. From volcanoes and geysers, we can learn that can a man enter volcano? Yes, today there is technology. By wearing appropriate material, one can go down a volcano. Scientists are working on these things. There are many professions like doctors, engineers, teachers, army personals. There are volcanologists also. People who are expert in space shuttles and satellites. How do they work? And who makes them? Although it is the current technology, more development is going to occur in future. Did you ever think in this lockdown period, each one and everyone was interconnected, and was interconnected through what? Through internet. And the internet through what? Through the satellites. And so the mobiles and laptops became important. Now, if we look at nature, this is called as hornet in the real world in English. There are classifications of bees and wasps. Those who study zoology, they know about the classification. Now, what is the importance of the hornet example that I'm taking out here? Hornet can convert sunlight into electrical energy. That is what scientists have been doing for a long time. Hornet does this naturally. What does the scientist have done? Scientists wanted to find out how this happens, and what did the scientists do? Scientists took a surface from the hornet and took two wires and connected to the hornet surface. Like in physics lab, we do experiments, and they measured the current coming out of the body. And what was observed, that in the presence of sunlight and in the absence of sunlight, when light is there is zero current. And when there is no light, the light is off, then the current is there. Many a times when we go walking around a lake, near a lake or a pond, have you ever seen spiders or things moving on the water? How can they walk on water? What is the science behind them? what makes them float? If we see this organism spider, we will find under its leg, it has hair-like structures. And under these hair-like structures, air is trapped. And that makes it float. It is same as the small babies when we see they learn swimming. How do they learn swimming? We take a tube filled with air and put it around the small kid, and the kid is able to float. It is on the same lines. And we have nowadays number of microscopes. Today we have even very powerful microscopes through which we can see an atom. This slide, you will see that the spider's leg, there are number of legs which we can see it under a powerful microscope. Like I told, I began the speech by saying that I'm fascinated by butterflies. Butterflies, when they are happy, they are blue in color. And they keep on changing. Under the wings of the butterfly, there are pores. And when the pores interact with light, the pores become small and the color changes. Pores, if the pores are large, it shows different colors. So the pore size changes. This way, this is a nature's way of the butterfly protects itself. The butterfly becomes brown in color when it has to protect itself. It becomes happy, it is blue in color. We have seen many insects around us. And these are the different types of legs. If we look at the slice of leg of a lizard under microscope, there are millions of hair we can see, and which helps the lizard to climb. Similarly, a technology has been used to make polymers which can stick onto the walls. Here we have lotus leaf, which is super hydrophobic. Hydro means water, phobic means repellent. Okay. So super hydrophobic. This technology has been used in Gurgaon. If we see, there are skyscrapers, and there are windows which we cannot use a cloth to clean the windows. This technology has been used to clean the water resistant. I will not be able to go into the nitty-gritties, but this technology has been used of the lotus when it is hydrophobic. Same technology has been used for the skyscrapers to clean the windows. A man has to go there and climb and clean the windows. So penguins, I have talked about. Penguins under the wings, they have pores where special oils are there. De-icing takes place. Same technology has been applied to countries where, like my daughter is in Chicago. Right now the temperature is in -25, and this Sunday itself she had to land, and the landing was very difficult. So de-icing is done. It is based on the penguins. That technology has been taken. So if we imagine that if we are in 2018, if we think 12-18, there were no buttons, we can see then the number of years. If we see, there were no pens, etc. And in 2018, for HIV, there were no vaccine. 2020, we had Corona, and 2021, now we have the vaccine. The efficacy of the vaccine, we don't know. So scientists gave us all the gifts to us. It is for us to use it wisely for the future. So dreamers in science, we have Galileo, Michael Faraday. I will talk about this. Now I'm able to talk to you people through the laptop, the fiber optics. Dr. Narendra Kumar Campi, many people was the first one who has man behind the fiber optics. He was about to get the Nobel Prize, but unfortunately, he is no more there. He was there posthumously. The Nobel Prize is not given. So he is the man behind the optical fiber optics. So we talk about many things. We go to buy many things, barcodes and all are there, magnetic strips and all. So all these are done in nanoscales and all. These are microscopes. This is an electron microscope where we can see the atoms now. So this is about, I was talking about -40°, and in the space shuttles and all, much lower temperature is there, and we have man-made material which we can see. So thank you. It is for us to choose for the future, and if we think early, it will be best for us. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jaya, for reminding us how beautiful, how intricate, and how wonderful nature is, and how we have come a long way by learning from it. So I would request now that the Sergeant at Arms has posted the feedback link, I would just request everyone to provide feedback to the speaker, and I'll give 30 seconds for that. Timer, please tell me if the time is over.
Yes, ma'am, you can proceed.
Thank you, Toastmaster Roli. So we will move on to our next speech, and our second prepared speaker today is Toastmaster Sanchit Gupta. Before I call him, I would request his evaluator, Toastmaster Anand Kumar, to come onto the stage and read out the speech objectives.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the day. Toastmaster Sanchit will be delivering level 1 project 3, which is titled Innovative Planning, from the pathway Researching and Presenting. The pathway's name is Innovative Planning and the project name is Researching and Presenting. Timer, please note that the time limit is from 5 to 7 minutes. I would like to read out the speech purpose statement. The purpose of this project is for the member to learn or review basic research methods and present a well-organized, well-researched speech on any topic. I would like to wish the speaker the very best and looking forward towards his speech. Back to our Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anand. Now, our second speaker, Toastmaster Sanchit, is waiting for his MBA final results, and I'm sure his fingers would be crossed. Meanwhile, he's working with his dad in his business firm. And when I asked him about the best feedback he has got, he said that he has been told that he's a person who will not give up easily. And we can see the spirit of Toastmaster Sanchit here, who is going to deliver the prepared speech. So please help me in welcoming Toastmaster Sanchit. Thinking outside the box, Toastmaster Sanchit.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the day. The invention of wheel was indeed a very miraculous invention, just like the invention of airplanes and telephone. And these inventions were not something that was already drawn on a piece of paper and given to the inventors, but actually the inventors had to think about it. They used to imagine a masterpiece in the brain, and they used to produce a physical object out of it. And you know what was common between all those inventors? They all used to think outside the box. A very good evening, all the members and the guests present in the meeting today. I'm sure everybody here would have heard that it's good to think outside the box. But what exactly are we talking about? What's the box are we talking about, and how does it benefit us? So basically, thinking outside the box is your willingness to consider different options and different ways to achieving your desired outcome. Thinking outside the box means expanding the boundaries that you have in your brain, the boundaries between what you know and what you want to experience. Just imagine Thomas Edison would be satisfied with the gas lamp as a source of light. Today, we won't be having light bulbs or electricity today. Or rather, just imagine Newton would have easily eaten the apple fallen on his head and never thought beyond that. I don't think gravity would have discovered, and physics would be just a dream for science students because they would have never studied of that. So, how to achieve that creativity? So, actually, I have researched and I have gathered all the advices and suggestions given by all the top creators of the world, and I would like to talk about that regarding today. So the very first suggestion that I would like to talk about is quite absurd when I first read about it, but it actually makes sense. The first suggestion is always think like a child when you are not getting ideas. It though I hate kids because they are very irritating when they cry, but they are wonderful when they are asked to think outside the box, and that's quite true because um, when we adult think of creative ideas, we are very bound with the norms and rules made in the society, and we always look for the right answer. And that is not true with the kids. They don't know what the right answer is. They don't know what the foundations and the rules are, and that what forces them and um, forces them to bring in creative ideas and come to the outcome. So always think like a child and always have that perception when you are coming to an outcome. The next thing that I would like to talk about is always be curious and always try to question things. Einstein always said that I am not a, I don't have any special talents. I don't have any special talents. I'm just a passionately curious person. We always step back when we try we always step back when we try to question things, any simple question things. That's because people think that they would be judged. People will call them stupid or silly, but in fact, ironically, these stupid people are the most successful people in the world today. So you should not step back when questioning things. In fact, questioning things can give you a different perspective of looking at things, and um, it can blow the bubble that you are living in. Another thing that I would like to talk about, and it's quite an important thing, is that always keep trying and don't fear of get being failed. Um, in my opinion, failure is one of the best teacher a person can have in their life. And I would like to cite an example of Elon Musk over here. Just imagine Elon Musk would have taken an easier path in their life and just focus on improving the already made petrol and diesel driven cars and never thought about making any electric vehicles. He would have easily taken the easier path. I don't think electric vehicles would have really revolutionized had Elon Musk not put his efforts in it. So I think he had that mindset in he had this in his mind, and he wanted to bring something new in the market, which made him the richest person in the world today. So yeah, always don't get afraid of making failures. In fact, mistakes are something that can mistakes are something that can bring a new perspective into situation. Lastly, I would like to talk that two brains can never be same. Everyone has their own potential towards looking at things. It completely depends upon the person how much he wants to unleash that potential. And don't be confined with all the norms and rules made in the society. Rather, and don't just think inside the box. Rather, start thinking outside the box. That's it with my side. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sanchit. You reminded me of a famous quote that you will never be able to discover new worlds if you are afraid to lose sight of the shore. So let's take 45 seconds to write down feedback for the speaker.
Toastmaster Jyoti, you can proceed.
Thank you, Toastmaster Roli. With this, we have come to the end of the prepared speech segment, and we'll move on to the second segment, which is called the table topic segment. Now, this is a place where your feedback loop, if it is negative, is going to stop you from participating in this segment. It is open for everyone. It's open for the Toastmaster members and guests as well. So I'm going to give you a tip which I have read from Mel Robbins' book. She says that whenever the negative feedback loop kicks in, you have 5 seconds to counter it. And if you don't counter it in those 5 seconds, your thinking mind will overtake whatever impulse you have of breaking through that loop. And the way to counter is to just count down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and take the plunge. So that is what I recommend that you do in the table topics section. Have the audacity to raise your hand and take the plunge, go out, speak your heart out. There's no right or wrong way of doing that. And to help us through this, we have the table topics master today. And table topics master today is juggling with a lot of things. He is a very busy person and has come up with really interesting topics today. So I would like to invite Toastmaster Karthik Mishra to take over the session. Over to you, Toastmaster Karthik.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Good evening, everyone. Myself, Karthik Mishra, I am table topic speaker for today's meeting. I will present to you, call the speakers one by one, whosoever is willing to volunteer, and whosoever is not, I will pick them up, ask them up to speak on a topic on a random basis for minimum 1 minute to maximum 2 minutes. Timer, please take a note of time. And table topics is impromptu speaking. We are often put in situations in social or work on business life to speak on a random basis to strangers or many people at a time. So this might help for this in future. For the benefit of guests, I would like to call experienced member. Anyone who want to volunteer?
Toastmaster Karthik, Devi is raising the hand.
Yeah. Thank you, Toastmaster Anand. Yes, Devi. The topic I will give you is that what did you learn in this Corona and lockdown times? What did you learn in this Corona and lockdown times? Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Karthik Mishra. Thanks for this wonderful topic. In fact, Corona time has been a time of lot of learnings for me. Number one, I learned that the importance, mostly the importance of being closely connected with one's family and one's friends. We get so busy in our daily life working, and at times we end up even working till night 9, 10, and we forget about our family. We forget calling them. So we now, when during Corona, when we had the lockdown, when we had to stay alone, like I was missing my family and I got more time to talk to them. So I finally understood that work or the materialistic things will come and go, but family who be there with us forever, and close bonding we have is with our family. Number two, what I learned is we need to respect nature more. We need to stop tampering with the nature. When we saw that in Delhi, the pollution levels had come down a lot, and I really loved seeing Delhi clouds coming out in Delhi. It was like long time we couldn't see clouds during the winter times, and that was a very good sign. So I hope we continue in the same fashion and we don't, tamper with nature. Once we are vaccinated and things get back to normal, hope we don't go back to square one. So these are two important learnings for me: being more connected to one's family and not tampering with nature. That's it from my part, and over to you, table topic master.
Thank you. Now, let me see. Please remind me the guest, whosoever is the guest here.
Karthik, you can see that Kalpesh is raising the hand in participants, so you can just have a look from that time.
Yes, Kalpesh. Okay,
Hi.
over to you, Kalpesh. The topic given to you is, does social media gets us into a social dilemma or social confusion? Does social media gets us into a social confusion or social dilemma? Over to you.
Okay. Thank you for this nice topic. And nowadays, everyone is talking about the social, media and all, social websites. And just recently, the WhatsApp has launched, that different kind of policy where your information can be shared to somebody else. So that kind of happen because we are addicted about the social, website and social media. And nowadays, if we count it, because last time we have learned somewhere, there is a one application. If you download in your mobile and you check how many times you are busy with your social media and all things, so you can just try to calculate how many hours you are spending, or I would say how many hours you are spoiling to just waste of time. You are reading something unwanted or nonsense things, and we are looking that even night time also, we used to, late night we are suffering or surfing or doing this, checking the unwanted news and everything. It is, kill your productivity. So we have to be avoid such thing. And social media nowadays people are using for many kind of way. It means, sometimes people are doing for advertisement, they are putting information, unwanted information without any authentic information. So we have to be check whether you are using social media, everything that would be required to time where you need to check whether the information will be valuable or not. First of all, second is it is authenticated or not. Sometimes we know a lot of things, is it not authenticated? People are putting unwanted things that will create a lot of issues in the country or in the people. So that would be, we have to be filter which is the more important, and how we can keep it avoid those kind of unwanted things. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Now, Dinesh Lalwani, are you there?
Yes, I'm there.
Okay. Do you want to give a table topic speech?
Which topic?
Okay. Maybe you're ready. Okay. The topic given to you is, health is the real wealth. Health is the real wealth. Do you agree or not?
Yeah, definitely. Health is the real wealth. Basically, health. If you are definitely perfect. So you can your life is so long, and uh, 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 basically nowadays as our government is also focusing on the yogas and all things, so we can we need we uh, uh,
Mr. Dinesh, you can think about some reason in your life about why health is so important. Why do you think your health is so important? What would happen or what has happened?
yes, why health is so important. Even if I feel good, so I can do my for my family, and even if I not pay, so definitely it will impact on my family. So even government is also focused on this health. So do do yoga and all things which make perfect, and even it it impact on the it definitely it indirectly impact on the age. If you are if you are doing this on properly basis, so you can increase the definitely it increase the age. So that's it.
Thank you, Dinesh. Good one.
Actually, this is
Any
sorry to interrupt. So this is the first time I see, because I not feel comfortable. So
well done. As far as I was same when I first joined. Thank you. Uh, Timer, do we have more time for speeches, table topic speeches? Two. Okay, thank you.
Sorry, you can take two more. I
Okay,
didn't realize I
okay.
was on mute.
Arun Gupta, if you are available, can you participate?
Yeah, Karthik, I am available. I am here.
Okay, okay. Topic given to you is uh, so as far as I know, you are in Delhi. So, what is your opinion on police and policing? Over to you.
Thank you very much, table topic master. Why is the requirement of police in our society? If we think about this, then we think that because of our problem. But why such type of problem occurs in our society? Because of mental status. Means there is a problem that we are not familiar, we are not loving to each other. We are concentrating only ourselves, and brotherism and socialism and everything where in a society everyone can get together, can help to each other. If such thing will come in our society, then there is no need to policing in our country. But thing is that it is not possible in every time, because sometimes there is a mental status then and different type of development for every person. But what is the I think improvement area in policing? First thing is that the police should go in the family, in all the family, and should interact with every person, even through male, through female, that what is the reasons, what is the problems, and it eradicate the fairness of the policing. For example, I think in the remote areas, maximum of the persons are fear to go in the police station. Why? Because of the color of that, because of the worthy, because of the color of their faces. And sometimes I think maybe the reason of it rate also. So the police should go in the families, police should go in the society and try to communicate with each other. And I think there is a court should also be available there in the weekend and weekly basis. So there are so many where there is a improvement area. Over to customer table topic master.
Toastmaster.
Yes, yes, I just got to know that. Geeta Kashyap, are you there? Because
I'm there. I'm there.
okay, topic given to you is in our day-to-day lives and in media that we see, are we losing emotion or not? Do you agree or not?
Thank you
Over
so
to you.
much. Yeah, thank you so much for that wonderful topic. Yeah, in our daily life, we are certainly losing our emotions. Things are not as it used to be earlier. Because of various factors, people are getting in the present scenario, people are getting so materialistic. Everybody is so busy in earning more and more, more and more. They want to earn more and more, and especially the nuclear families. Everybody wants their own space. They want their own private space. They want to live independently. They have no time for their parents. They have no time to go and visit. Things were so different earlier. I still remember when we were kids, when we used to go to our grandparents' place, we were loved. The whole family would be together and we used to enjoy it together. I remember our neighbors, my grandmother would cook things and the neighbors, and we would share those articles together, the food from the neighbors. And in my drawing room, in our house drawing room, my grandfather used to have a lot of friends, young and old. They would all come and play cards and another game of shells. They would play and they would be fun. It would be a great fun together. And it was amazing. Those days were wonderful. We used to sleep on the roof with the beds laid there. We were not bothered about AC, or there were no ACs, there were no coolers. In spite of that, things were so wonderful. But today, world has become so materialistic. Everybody wants the luxury items. They want all the comforts of their life, and they are having the comforts, but that love and emotion are certainly going away. So I feel things can be changed if we keep teaching our children, if we keep teaching our children to be more loving towards their cousins and have these family gatherings more often. Take your children to your relatives' place and take them for picnics together. All these things will teach them to love, and those emotions will remain intact. So this is all from my side. I wish the world will become more loving, caring, compassionate, and less of materialistic. Thank you. Over to you, Thibault.
Thank you. I guess time is up. So that's it from my end. Over to T-Mod.
Thank you, Table Topics Master, Toastmaster Karthik. Can we have the polls for the best table topic speaker?
Yes, I'm just launching the.
I request everyone to please vote quickly so that we can move on to our next section. Toastmaster
You can-
Santosh, can you give a? I can
You can.
continue.
Yeah, sure. You can proceed.
Thank you, Toastmaster Santosh. So now I have told you already about one way of dealing with negative feedback is to change the feedback. The second way of dealing with negative feedback is to stop the feedback. But I'm going to tell you the most interesting way of dealing with negative feedback is to stay with the feedback. We have to understand that both positive and negative feedbacks which we receive has a specific purpose. And more than the feedback, which is the background, it more depends on what action we take on the feedback. So we can come to a situation where we are happy and become complacent about it, or we are sad and we can become more proactive about changing our situation. To give us the feedback, the background of feedback, today we have a Toastmaster, Madam General Evaluator, Toastmaster Santosh Devi. She's a dear friend, she's a PhD student, and she is one of the most proactive persons I have seen in Toastmasters. She has come also a long way, and she's a perfect person to take the session forward. So over to Madam General Evaluator, Toastmaster Santosh Devi.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jyoti. Am I audible?
Yes, you are. Please.
Okay, thank you. Good evening, everyone. Firstly, I would like to thank Toastmaster Jyoti Kumari for introducing about Halivan Toastmaster first time to me and also bringing a wonderful theme today. Okay, let me ask a question. Why we all need feedback? I think most of you would say for the improvement. And that is so true. We all want to improve at some aspects. Some want to improve their communication skills and some want to become a better leader. And according to Bill Gates, if we want to improve, all we need people who will give us the feedback. And for the same, in every Toastmaster meeting have the evaluation segment. And this segment is divided into the three parts. The first, in which the speech evaluators will be sharing their observation for the speeches of their respective speakers. I encourage the evaluators, please use the CRC approach, that is commendation, recommendation, and the commendation. In the second part, the auxiliary role players will be sharing their reports and the listener will be asking the questions. In the last, I will be share my observation of the entire meeting. Now, let me invite our first speech evaluator, Toastmaster Devi D. She will be evaluating the speech of Toastmaster Jaya Ganguly. Over to you, Toastmaster Devi.
Thank you so much, Madam General Evaluator. Edward Teller rightly says that science of today is the technology of tomorrow. By giving this informative speech titled Science in Nature and for the Future, Toastmaster Jaya gave us good insights into how scientific technologies are based on nature, by observing animals, by observing plants. I really loved the wealth of knowledge that Toastmaster Jaya brought in her speech, like spider floating, lotus technology used in Gurgaon skyscrapers, penguins, de-icing technology used in aircraft. Very good knowledge base being brought out, And I really like the fact that the speaker, she used visual aids, that is PowerPoint, to explain her point clearly. And in the end, she had a very good chronology chart saying, highlighting the important events in the field of science. That was job very well done. And I really liked the fact that in spite of giving a speech which was based on visual aid like PPT, and on this online platform, she tried to make use of the hand gestures effectively. She made a conscious effort and she tried to make use of it. That was very good on her part, and that shows how confident she was while giving the speech. So when a speech is at a good level, we can polish it and make it even more better. How can we do it? Number one, especially when you're using a PPT or PowerPoint presentation, maximum, let us try to make use of more images as compared to sentences. It's scientific, theory says that human brain remembers visuals more as compared to sentences. So instead of having a lot of information on the slides, let's bring in more images to explain the concept. Number two, she had a lot of good ideas in the speech, but there were too many ideas. If we can reduce it to just 3 concepts and talk about those 3 concepts in depth. Like I found that the idea arrangement can be little more, made it more polished. How once you talk about penguin in the beginning, you took some time to tell how the icing technology came. Maybe that can be told entirely, then smoothly transition to the next idea, and so on. Just 3 ideas, stick on and tell it at once. And also to save time, I saw that the speaker used double the time. Just to save time, she could try paraphrasing the sentences, whatever she spoke. And also she can add more pauses in between to make her ideas clear. So overall, the speech was very informative with these small changes in paraphrasing and idea placement. And I'm sure Jaya will give much better speeches in the future. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Devi D. Next, speech evaluator, Toastmaster Anand Kumar. He will be evaluating the speech of Toastmaster Sanchit Gupta. Over to you, Toastmaster Anand.
I remember the very first time when I was delivering this very speech, what happened to me was that I got accustomed to so many numbers that I actually overshooted the time. And this is something which I learned from the speaker today, that one of the other techniques and rather better approach would be to tell even data and figures via stories. He started with a very good introduction. He had a good 3 to 4 lines of an intro to set the tone of his speech, give a greeting to the audience, state the first point, second point, and the third point, and then come on to a conclusion. So the speech structure was really, really well, clearly laid out. The second thing which I'd like to highlight is the language which the speaker has used. At one of the places he said, blow the bubble. So it is just not the language, that the technique he has used, which is alliteration, but also the beauty of language and the whole he has that brings the beauty while he delivers the speech. It should not be written in a manner that it just reads out well. It should be written in a manner that when you are actually speaking as a speaker on the stage, it sounds good to the audience's ears. The third thing, and this is something which I have not seen with many of the speakers, when he speaks, he brings in authenticity. He has that very calm, soothing nature that automatically what he's saying, the audience is made actually to believe that whatever he's saying is in fact the truth. Even if you will, let's say, just make a few facts, even that's something which the audience will agree with no matter what. But there is two things which I like to highlight, which I would have done bit different. The first is that he can actually cut short the punches. Now, what I mean by is that there were few filler words which were unnecessary when he was saying that I have seen many of the mm, uh, elite persons talking about this or talking about that. Those are the few words which can be cut short. What this will affect is that when he will cut short these speeches, those, let's say there are 1,000 words and there were 10 punchlines. If that is cut short into 800 words, not now instead of those every 100 words after your punchline which was coming, it will now come after every 80 words. So this will actually make your speech more impactful. And this also brings me to the second point, that's the humor. At few of the places I felt he could have used the same sentence in a humorous way. The first when he talked about Elon Musk, and the second when he said that I hate kids. Overall, the speech was good. He had a good structure, he had a beautiful language. If he could work on his research skills a bit and come with humor and bring short the punches line, he will be able to nail the audience. Thank you so much, and back to our Toastmaster tabletop general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anand. Now the time to launch poll for the best evaluators. So I'm launching the poll. Just vote for two, Devi and Anand. Okay, I'm ending the poll. Coming to our second part, that is here the reports from auxiliary role players. First, I would like to invite Toastmaster Vikas, listener for the today's meeting.
Thank you, Madam General Evaluator Toastmaster Santosh Devi. Good evening once again. This is the fun segment or listener segment of the meeting. According to Toastmaster Jyoti, human beings, how many years we have survived? How many years we have survived? Means us from anybody?
20,000 years.
Yes, correct. Toastmaster Karthik. Short man still cast large dash. Please fill in the blank. Yes, Toastmaster T2.
Shadow.
Yes, correct. T mode Jyoti told there are two types of feedback loop. What are those two types of feedback loop? Anybody?
Answer, listener.
Yes. Yes, Toastmaster Anand.
The good and the bad.
Sorry.
The good one and the bad one.
Yes.
The
Positive
positive and
and
the negative, you can say.
negative. There are two types. Toastmaster Jyoti score highest in which subject?
Chemistry.
Yes, correct. Toastmaster Devi. Toastmaster Jaya Ganguly, she's a teacher of which subject?
Chemistry.
Yes. Toastmaster Jaya used to go her school by, there were no transportation provided by the school. She used to, yes, DTC bus, Delhi government bus.
What is this?
There are two birds or animals who can survive at minus 40 degrees Celsius. Two birds or animals name who can survive.
Penguins.
Yes, one is penguin and other one is
Polar bear.
yes, polar bear. There is a one bee or fly who can convert solar energy into electrical energy. What's the name? Yes, Toastmaster Jyoti.
Hornet to hive.
Hornet. Butterfly uses one color when they are happy. Which color is that? Yes, Toastmaster Bella.
Blue.
Yes, correct. And which color they show when they want to protect themselves? Which color?
Multicolor.
Butterfly. Sorry?
Multicolor color.
No. Brown. De-icing technology method derived from which bird or animal?
Penguins.
Yes, correct. Toastmaster Santosh. There is a one guy who known as pioneer of fiber optics, who also nominated for the Nobel Prize.
Narendra Kumar.
Narendra Singh.
Oh, sorry, Narendra.
It's happening. Thomas Edison invented the electric bulb, but what kind of bulb?
Incandescent.
No. What kind of bulb? If he satisfied with that kind of bulb, so that he could not invent the electric bulb. Yes, Toastmaster Jyoti.
Gas bulb.
Yes, correct. Who invented the electric car technology in and who has also become the rich person globally?
Elon Musk.
Yes, correct. Toastmaster Devi was able to see in her lockdown or corona period what the thing or which we in Delhi we are not able to see.
Pollution
Clouds.
free clouds, yeah.
Yes, clouds. Toastmaster Arun Gupta told that why people fear to go to the police because of their
Uniform, color of the uniform.
yes, correct. And the general evaluator told about one quote: if you want to improve, you will require people who give feedback to you. Whose quote is this? Anybody? Yes, Toastmaster T2.
Bill Gates.
Yes, correct. Yes, that's from my side. Now, over to you, Madam General Evaluator, Toastmaster Santosh Devi. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vikas, for such an interesting session. Next, I would like to invite Toastmaster Tito Matthew to present the of language evaluator.
So today the word of the day was audacity, and only Toastmaster Jyoti had the audacity to use the word audacity. Rest, no one showed the audacity to use the word audacity. So some of the improper usage of words were gravity would have discovered. Actually, gravity would not have been discovered would have been the right usage. Then the second was don't think of fear of being failed. So basically it could be used as don't be afraid of failure. Third, which is the more important? It could be said as which is more important. Fourth, someone used worthy. You could have said uniform. Then some good usage quotes that I felt was allowed human to reach great heights. Toastmaster Jyoti used that line. Then Toastmaster Jaya made some very good lines like butterfly when happy, they turn into blue color. Then she quoted the example how to protect itself, it turned into brown color. Then de-icing technology based on penguin. Then Toastmaster Sanchit used these products not given to them on a piece of paper. Then he made another good line that was, I don't have talent, I am passionately curious person. When he used some good words like unleash, Toastmaster Jyoti said, man cannot discover new oceans unless he has the courage to lose sight of the shore. Then Toastmaster David said, don't go back to square one, another good usage. Toastmaster Santosh Devi said that if you want to improve, all we need is feedback, a quote from Bill Gates. Another good word used by David was paraphrasing. Then Toastmaster Anand used words like, soothing nature, impactful, etc. So that's it from my side. Over to the general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tito Matthew. Next, I would like to invite our counter for today's meeting, Toastmaster Bela Agarwal.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Good evening once again. I am here with my report. Everyone did very well. But first, I would like to congratulate Toastmaster Vikas Singh. And I like request to everyone, please switch on your video for congratulate Toastmaster Vikas Singh. A big round of applause for him. You did very well. Now I'm coming to the who didn't use any who did use 1 to 5. That is Toastmaster Anand, Toastmaster Jyoti, Toastmaster Santosh Devi, and Toastmaster Devi D. And now I am coming to who used more than 1 to 5, more than 5. That is Toastmaster Jaya, Toastmaster Sanchit, Toastmaster Kartik Mishra, and Toastmaster Arun Gupta. And sorry, Toastmaster Roli also did use between 1 to 5. And that's all from my sides. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bela Agarwal. Next, I would like to invite Toastmaster Roli Sinha for sharing her report as a timer.
Thank you, Madam General Evaluator. Let me just share my screen so that everybody can see all the wonderful colors that are there. I hope my screen is visible.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So we have very good performance today, very good utilization of time by our Sergeant at Arms, who took a little extra than the allotted 2 minutes and 30 seconds, but he stayed within the grace period of 30 seconds by timing just 2 minutes and 45 seconds. Our acting president in his debut role as acting president did very well with 2 minutes and 24 seconds. And then Toastmaster Jyoti explained her theme. She had initially taken 3 minutes and 20 seconds, but then with the introductions of the prepared speakers and the prepared speeches segment, she took a little more time for explaining her theme. So I added that time and it came to 5 minutes and 20 seconds. Then the timer took 1 minute to introduce the role. The R counter and the language evaluator took 50 seconds to introduce their roles, and the listener took 48 seconds. So everybody did fine on time over there in their introductions. We did not have one speech today, and our second speaker became the first speaker. The time allotted was 7 minutes. A grace period of 30 seconds is provided, but the time taken was 14 minutes and 32 seconds, which is about 7 minutes extra, 7 minutes and 2 seconds extra than the allotted time. Our second speaker was quite indulgent and stayed within the green card zone by speaking for 5 minutes and 45 seconds. The table topic session was planned for 12 minutes after the first speech was not to be delivered. And the entire duration was 12 minutes and 15 seconds, where Toastmaster Devi D spoke for 1 minute and 46 seconds. Toastmaster Kalpesh spoke for 1 minute and 55 seconds. Our guest Dinesh Lalwani spoke for 3 minutes and 9 seconds. And Toastmaster Arun took 2 minutes and 25 seconds, and Toastmaster Geeta took 2 minutes and 18 seconds. Our general evaluator, while taking over control from the Toastmaster of the meeting and introducing her role, took 1 minute and 53 seconds. And the speech evaluators were living on the edge with 3 minutes and 28 seconds and 3 minutes and 29 seconds. For the first speech evaluator, that is Toastmaster Devi, and 3 minutes and 29 seconds for Toastmaster Anand. And the rest of the time was taken a little extra by the listener. The increased times duration was 8 minutes, and 9 minutes and 21 seconds were taken. Finally, the R counter and the language evaluator took 1 minute and 29 seconds for the R counter report and 2 minutes and 19 seconds for the language evaluator report. And the time taken for the timer's report is 3 minutes. Thank you so much. Back to you, Madam General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Roli Sinha. Now the time to vote for best auxiliary role players. I'm launching the poll for the same. Best. Can you see the polls? Hello.
I'm sorry, ma'am, I can't see the polls.
No, we can't see the polls.
Okay, just give me a minute.
I think that screen has to be.
I think so.
No, it does not need to be shared.
Just give me a moment. I'm just trying. It's not happening.
Okay, let me launch it.
Okay.
I hope everybody can see it now. We need just 2 more votes. I'm ending the poll now.
Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster Roli and all the auxiliary role players. Now the time to share my observation of the entire meeting. So I'm starting from the sergeant at arm. The meeting has started 2 minutes earlier, so it is good. And the meeting started by our sergeant at arm Toastmaster Anand Kumar was nicely, and he was very energetic today. And the club statement and the online meeting statement stated by his very nicely. So kudos on that part. I have one recommendation for Toastmaster Anand, that if he could add bit about the meeting theme as well as introduce the acting president with brief introduction, that would be the great. Coming to our acting president Toastmaster Tito Matthew, he did a wonderful job as a debut today, and he warmly welcomed the every members as well as guests. Another thing I liked, that he also mentioned about the meeting theme by mentioning a beautiful quote. Same recommendation for him also, that he could introduce the Toastmaster of the day with a brief introduction. So coming to our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Jyoti Kumari. Toastmaster Jyoti Kumari did a fantastic job today, and she very nicely explained that what is feedback feedback loop. And with that, she didn't forget anything about the meeting, connecting the meeting structure with the theme. And she also introduced the speakers with a brief introduction and also share the feedback link. And one other thing I liked about that, she also used the Audacity words multiple times. I have just two recommendations for her. That first, it would be great if she could explain the meeting structure in the starting, and also uh, can say for the launch of the best speakers. Other than that, I really loved the way how she lead the entire meeting. Coming to the auxiliary role players, all the auxiliary role players during the introduction part did a fantastic job, especially for Toastmaster Rolishina. She has connected her role with the meeting theme. And for Toastmaster Vikas, Toastmaster Tito, and Toastmaster Bela Agarwal can learn this thing from the Toastmaster Roli. During the introduction part, Bela Agarwal also suggested that how can we avoid the filler sounds just by keeping our mouth, I think, off. Yeah, close. Okay. And during the report part, I really like Toastmaster Tito Matthew, how very nicely he has used the Audacity verse. So that was really wonderful. And Vikas Singh, Toastmaster Vikas, bring the beautiful questions, and these questions were very easy. But I have one recommendation, that just note the timing as well. And I think same I found in the case of the Toastmaster Role Sina. It was great that she has shared the screen, but I think the time taken by her was exceeded. Coming to the table topic session, our table topic master has a had the what can I say that, okay, table topic master did a good job today, and he brought the easy topics and on which everyone easily have spoke. But I have recommendation that if he could add in the starting that why this session is important, and also explain about the timing, in in by taking one example, that would be the great. Coming to the speech evaluators, both the speech evaluators did a fantastic job, and I didn't found any room for the improvement. The recommendation so I don't have recommendation for both of them. Both have used the CRC approach, and they provide the recommendation and the commendations very nicely. I really loved the meeting, and that's all from my side. Over to you, Toastmaster Jyoti Kumar.
Thank you, Madam General Evaluator. We are coming to the end of a fabulous meeting where we have seen how feedback works, and we have seen that work in real life with all the role players and the general evaluation segment. I would like to leave you with the impact of feedback in our life and in life of others. Feedback is not just about us, it is bigger than us. And people and scientists have found that it is true that we become what we think of, and people in our life become what we think about them. The Pygmalion effect is a very important phenomena that happens in organizations, it happens in families, and it's so powerful that we can change people around us just by changing our expectations, our feedback towards them. So if you are a parent and you find that your child is not good at extracurricular, and you keep telling that to the child, maybe he's going to just become that image of himself which you are portraying to him. Similarly, in an organization, if someone has told you that such and such person is not a hard worker, he is a person who makes excuses, you expect the same from him, you treat them the same way, and somehow you find that surprisingly this is a reality. So in feedback, we have to be careful about what we give to ourselves and what we give to others as well, so that we have a positive atmosphere around us for both us and other people also to go ahead and grow in life. So I'd leave you with this hope that may the force, the positive force be with you, and Godspeed all the actions which you are looking forth in this new year. Over to Acting President Toastmaster Tito Matthews.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Jyoti, for coming out with such a beautiful topic. It's a lesson for all of us that we are taking out our precious time, coming up long days work for Friday meetings. Whatever the Toastmaster of the Day comes out with, that theme should be relevant for a person's life. That person will go back from the meeting, he will take something with him. So what Toastmaster Jyoti did is something very relevant, coming out with a topic which we all could relate with. I would request to launch the polls for the role players.
Yes, I'm doing this. Best role players. You can proceed, Tito.
Okay. So now I would request guest Dinesh Lalwani to share his feedback, how he the feedback about this meeting. So if there is any scope for improvement for us.
Yes,
Guest
sure.
Dinesh.
Yes.
So do you like the meeting? Is there any scope for improvement? What we can do?
Yes, definitely. I can think it's a good platform, so I can increase my stake.
Thank you, guest Dinesh. I hope for next meeting also you will be joining.
Sure, definitely.
Would request you to get in touch with any of the EC members. We'll share your our number, and join the club. You'll learn a lot.
Thank you.
Okay. And our next guest is guest Kalpesh Patel. I would request him to introduce himself and share his feedback also.
I don't think that Kalpesh is there.
He's there.
We
Okay,
just, yeah.
Okay.
We just have Toastmaster Geeta.
Okay. Toastmaster. Okay. Okay, Toastmaster Geeta, would you like to share your feedback?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just loved the meeting. It was amazing. Every speaker was excellent, and I really enjoyed it. Thank you. Over to you. A lot of learning was there.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Geeta. Thank you. Okay, now one announcement that I would like to make is that most probably on 26th of February, we'll be having the international speech contest, the club level. So there are many members who have not attained the level 2. So I've been posting in the group of places where you can go and give your speech, as well as that we'll be keeping every week 3 speech slots, so that if someone is not able to clear that level, they'll be getting the opportunity in our club itself. Other than that, in case there is any other guidance you need from the EC members, please get in touch with us. We'll extend all possible support in ensuring that you get ample opportunities so that you clear level 2 and be eligible for the international speech contest. Now, another announcement that I would like to make is one word that struck me the most from Toastmaster Jyoti's entire topic was the Pygmalion effect. That is, by changing our expectation, how other people change. So my today's expectation is who's going to take up the role of Toastmaster of the day for next meeting. So I'm not going to leave anyone. This is the Pygmalion effect that I've learned. This is the feedback loop, positive feedback that I've learned today. So who's be going to be the Toastmaster of the day next meeting? The timer has already been taken. We are at 8:35, 10 more minutes to go. We need to close the meeting before the deadline. So I would request to please nominate your name. It's a good platform to learn. Santosh, Bela, Toastmaster Roli, Toastmaster Jaya, Toastmaster Anand, Toastmaster Devi. Please nominate. No one has the audacity. It's okay. I'll give you the time. I don't want to create any more stress. Pygmalion effect, I don't think it is creating much impact now. No problem. I'll approach you separately. Okay. So now my input of the entire meeting. This is the first experience for me to come and play the role of a presiding officer. I was very nervous. The good part was the effective way which all the role players did their job, whether it's the TMOD or the timer or the SA, everyone did their job wonderfully well. That helped the meeting to go as expected. The meeting was very engaging. Toastmaster Vikas did a wonderful job. Toastmaster Jyoti did a wonderful job. Even the speech evaluators, they were absolutely great. And I'm really happy that we could have a good meeting. And I hope that you will be nominating your names for the next meeting soon. By Sunday evening, I'll be able to close all the roles. Thank you. So we can have the certificates now.
Okay, I'm sharing the screen. Best auxiliary role players goes to Toastmaster Roli Sinha. Best evaluator role goes to Toastmaster Devi D. Congratulations, Devi.
Congratulations.
And Toastmaster Roli Sinha. I forgot. Oh my God, what happened? Best table topic speaker award goes to Toastmaster Devi D. Congratulations, Devi.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sorry. Best table topic speaker goes to Toastmaster Geeta Kashyap. I'm sorry. I will correct your spelling later on.
Thank you. Thank you.
Best speaker award goes to Toastmaster Sanchit Gupta. Congratulations, Sanchit. I think. And best role player award goes to Toastmaster Jyoti Kumari. Congratulations, Jyoti.
Thank you.
I think that's all.
Thank you, everyone, for this wonderful meeting. I've already given my expectations for the next meeting, and that is going to be the Pygmalion effect. And with this, I wish you a great weekend, and let's all meet coming Friday. Sorry, Anand, please, I missed something.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt. If we can have the group fee and if we can have the fee.
My sincere apologies. Yeah, we can have the group fee, please.
So if all of us can do this one for Delhi One Toastmasters, and I will be taking the pick. Thank you so much. It's done.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Anand. And wishing you everyone a great weekend. Good night. Thank you.
Happy weekend, everyone. Good night.